Tokyo is one of the most interesting places to visit in Eastern Asia. It's the capital of Japan and it's the main source of history and culture of the country, so that Tokyo receives more than half of the tourists that come to Japan. It's the sixth most visited city in the world. We've always heard that Japan is an exotic and also expensive destiny. However, with the euro entry at the recent prices in Spain, Japan is not so expensive now. The temperatures in Tokyo are moderate. It is around 4 degrees in winter and 24 degrees in summer, but almost half of the days are rainy. You can even see snow in winter. Pay attention to the season when you're traveling in order to choose the clothing you are carrying to there. Short sleeves t-shirts are allowed in summer, but it is not advisable to go to a first-class hotel, a theater or a restaurant wearing very casual clothing. You have to travel to Japan almost exclusively by plane. Tokyo has its own international airport, the Haneda Airport, though it is usually for local travels. Most of European and American planes are used to land in the Narita International Airport, situated on the prefecture of Chiba, which is connected to Tokyo by the Narita Express train. Already in Tokyo, you can use the train or the subway, which are the main way of transport in Japan. They are the most used by Tokyo inhabitants, with almost 20 million passengers daily and over 1,000 railway stations. You can also take the bus for urban displacements. The unit of currency is the yen. Also, international credit cards like the American Express, Visa or MasterCard will be accepted at hotels, main facilities and stores. You can use those cards to purchase plane tickets and train tickets. However, it does not mean that the credit cards are universally acceptable. To purchase a short-distance train ticket or either a private railway, a credit card may not be used. Neither can be used for bus lines. There are many types of accommodations available in Tokyo, from hotels, ryokan, that are Japanese-style inns, minshuku, they are tourist homes, and yacht hostels. The hotels allow tourists to enjoy from all the luxury of 5-star hotels to more economical business hotels. If you would like to experience the traditional Japanese lifestyle with tatami mat, futon, hot spring baths and so on, the ryokans and minshukus should be your choice to stay. As for the yacht hostels, they are popular worldwide among frequent tourists for their clean, comfortable room at reasonable charge. Japanese food is completely different to Western countries. Examples of casual food are the taishoku and the kaiten sushi, that is similar to sushi but for a reasonable price. The real sashi is more expensive, known as nigiri sashi, and it's more sophisticated. Also, the kaiseki ryori is considered select food. There are lots of different restaurants you can choose for dining. There are ethnic restaurants that serve Chinese, Indian, Thai or Vietnamese food, and there are the typical Japanese establishments like the ramen restaurant. Also, there are fast food restaurants which serve Occidental food, but there are other kind of fast food restaurants that offer Asian food like donburis and onigiris. There are lots of parks and gardens in Tokyo, very well arranged, where you can see, depending on the season, flowers like azaleas, plums, cherry blossoms, morning glories, chrysanthemums and maples. They're usually free of charge or less than a few hundred yens admission, offering an ideal place for leisure activities. In Shinjuku, there are small and mid-sized theaters where various sorts of shows such as dramas, musicals, dance and other styles of performance are staged. There are many temples and shrines with long and distinguished history, such as the Meiji Jingu Shrine, and no admission is required for most of them. Other popular sightseeing spots is the observatories of the Tokyo Metropolitan Government buildings, giving a panoramic view of the central Tokyo from one of the highest places in Tokyo. Admission is generally free of charge at the facilities managed by public organizations, such as the Police Museum, East Gardens of the Imperial Palace, the Currency Museum of the Bank of Japan, and the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building. If you want to experience Japanese culture, you can go and watch Kendo at Nippon Budokan Budo Gakuen and Judo at the Kodokan Judo Institute for free of charge. You can enjoy Kabuki, which is a type of theater where only men can act, playing even women roles. Some hotels also offer the programs to experience tea ceremony, sometimes in English as well. Furthermore, programs to put on kimono and take souvenir pictures in kimono and service to experience Japanese flower arrangements are also provided in Tokyo. And there are lots of places more you can visit in Tokyo, as the Tokyo Disney Resort, zoos and aquariums, natural parks, but they are not part of the typical Japanese culture. They are not exclusive from there. So you'd rather visit some of the previous places before, but don't waste the chance of seeing them all.
Breaking your heart, it only makes you look even more beautiful. I don't believe